documents. You can actually invite yourself, invite others, you can join. This is a way to connect with people of similar interests. Going back to the home page for people brings you back to your profile. As I mentioned, the sections within here are to see a list of contacts that you're involved with, communities and networks to become involved with, blogs to interact on. Here's how you search for contacts, and anytime you can also look at your inbox. If someone were to send me a message and click send message, if this was someone else's profile, I would get an email alert. You can change your preferences to make yourself not receive constant emails. And then at any time when you log in, you can go to inbox and actually see the messages that have been sent to you. This could include messages about the site, this could be friend requests, this could be invitations to join the site, but this is essentially your inbox that you can manage. Besides people and the blogs that are within people and the communities and networks, the other major section is files. Files essentially is the section of the site where people can post, upload, download documents. We encourage a lot of these to be different shortcut tools for the design and construction of structural steel. However, it could be on a wide variety of engineering struggles that people deal with, and we will definitely not be reviewing these for accuracy. This is part of the terms of agreement of the site. This is something that is monitored by the site, and we truly rely on the users to vote on these documents based off their technical accuracy and flexibility of use. So if you have a disruption or a problem with a site or with a tool, we encourage you to reflect that in the voting or post a comment to the file saying that there are problems. The main site for files, when you click on that, and this is the page that you see. By default, you see a file section called Steel Tools and one called Steel Day. These are essentially just the administrative libraries that we have set up. At any time, you can click on Show Community Library, Show Empty Libraries. These are essentially all of the libraries that have been set up within the site. For example, there's already a member group for forensic engineering, and they have their own library set up. One for the focus on safety group, and they already have a library section set up as well. But mostly all files for all public use will be shown in the admin library section of Steel Tools. Steel Tools is the place where we encourage everyone to post their general information documents for people to upload and work with. So at any time you can click on any one of these libraries and actually see the documents that are within them. Currently it shows 95 different entries within Steel Tools. So these are all utilities and programs set up by site members. It's also important to notice that these are not just posted by users, but these also include the Steel Tools that were previously established by the AISC Steel Solution Center in the past number of years. So we encourage you that if you've been looking for past AISC Steel Tools, they'll now all be posted here. They're now all open source. You no longer have to have credentials for downloading information and not updating them. We fully encourage you to update them to current codes and repost them on the site. We will not be managing those Steel Tools as actively as we have in the past. For example, you'll notice that we do have a profile set up, such as AISC Steel Solution Center. We encourage you to ask us to be a contact. The AISC Steel Solution Center profile page will quickly tell you all of the documents we have uploaded. And a lot of them are the steel tools that we developed in the past, such as floor framing. When you click on any steel tool, this is the page that you'll be brought to. Floor framing. It gives you a great description of what the basic information of this tool is. At any time you can click on the actual file to download it. These are the keywords and tags that have been associated with it. And at any time a user, such as this user, has posted a comment. So these comments can be added by anyone, and at any time we can add related links and related documents to the site. Going back to the main page for files, if at any time you want to update and add your own files, you can easily go to Add Document. When you go to Add Document, this is where you put in the basic information regarding the type of document, what the purpose of it is. You upload it directly as well, and then you can add keywords or tags to your document. At any time, you can also add your own keywords. For example, if you don't see a keyword that directly applies, you can add in something else, such as Steel Day, and then add a space, and put in welding, add a space. Add another one that says retro, or possibly shear studs. This gives the ability, anytime you put in these tags, for the searchability of these tools in the future to be quite easy, because it will search all ad tags and keywords that you've associated with this document. Besides that, you can also associate these files with a particular library. For example, if this document is for a community group, you would pick which community. We encourage all Steel tools that aren't directly related to a community but are more of the general type to be posted directly within the library called Steel Tools. Once you have your document information in, you would click Continue. Once you have continued, it will upload it directly to the site. If at any time you want to search something of all the libraries, this is where you go. Click Search Library, add in a keyword. If I type in welding, and you can search specifically. You can click which libraries. If I don't want to click any of these, it's going to search all libraries. I can click on which tags I want to search. So I want to search all things related to AISC codes and provisions. At any time, I could also add any type of keyword that I want. I can search who posted it, within how many previous days, and then I click Search. This will then give me an output of all documents found within that section. In summary, this is a site that has a lot of different features, but it is very user-friendly. There's essentially a couple main portals, Files and People, where you go to access 99% of the web. We encourage you to use this site as the home page to find out the latest and greatest happenings of the site. So you can find out who are the latest Steel Tool of the month and Power Users of the month, what are the latest documents that have been uploaded, who are the hot contributors this month on the website, and lastly, what are the site announcements that we're letting you know about in terms of what are the current contests. This is something that all you should be aware of. From September 18th to September 25th, the first 8 days, we'll be rewarding our users with a truly dive-in experience to the site. Blogging about topics, uploading documents, and the first week Power user will be rewarded with a $50 Visa gift card. This is just an example of a site announcement that may be posted. So it's important to stay tuned so you can be rewarded for your participation. And lastly, staying involved, finding out what the discussions are going on that can truly impact the design and engineering community and profession that you're involved with. If you have particular questions about the site, we encourage you to click on Contact Us at any time to let us know what we could do better. We're very proud of this networking platform, and we truly believe that this site will be the next step for the design and construction community to go into the next generation. Thank you again for using the site, for logging on, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the AISC Steel Solution Center on behalf of steeltools.org. Thank you again.